No, no, no. Hey, can you hear me? Um, okay, good. I'm glad. No, I'm still in that 16-foot travel trailer. I'm going to be in it for quite a while, I guess. I don't care if the wind's blowing or it's raining now. Marty, are you planning on going to Quartzsite this year or no? Right. I'm not gonna. I probably never go back down there. I haven't heard anything about what they're charging, so it doesn't make any difference. So I'm not gonna go back down there anymore. My introvert is kicking in. I don't want to be around people anymore. Gonna make me sick. Be right back. HP shifter. What? That name sounds familiar. Who are you? Oh, High Plains Drifter. That's who you are. Hey, BJ, what's going on, man? So I got a notice from YouTube and email the other day saying if I don't make a video, they're going to take my channel down, or at the very least, take away my making money. What the hell you call it? I'd have to start all over again. Partner program, I guess they call it. So since I don't have much to say, I just decided to do a live stream instead. At least with the live stream, you guys influence what I've got, what I'm going to say. Otherwise, I end up just sitting staring at the camera, wondering what to say. Yeah, that tent that I was in finally came apart. The floor all separated from the walls, so getting all kinds of critters in and out of there all the time. And I'm done with that. I just watered it up and threw it away. So Marty, are you still at the house? Oh yeah, I remember seeing pictures of that. Did you get your back all fixed up? And your arm was bad. I know that. Something about your tendon. Did you ever get that fixed? Yeah. Going by itself. No, you didn't go to the doctor then. I take it. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's better than nothing. Have you talked to Annie? You heard from Annie? Yeah, I haven't either. That other couple, they were in that van. I can't remember. Hey, homeless. Well, you know, Steve. Anyway, they brought a pizza over one day while I was still there, and we sat and had a couple of beers and ate some pizza, and then they left. Said they were going to be back next week, and they never did show up. They were in a completely different spot. They weren't in one of the long term visitor areas. How you doing, Steve? Haven't heard from you for a long time, man. Did you get that trailer all fixed up? I wish I still had it now. Coulda, woulda, shoulda, you know. I can't remember that couple's name. Uh, the lady looked could be a snip image of that Walton's character, the little one, Elizabeth. Yeah, that's it. David and Linda. I don't know what happened to them. Okay, well, you know, being retired, Steve, you just do what you want when you want. That was a joke around here for a little while, though, when you said you were going to weld it so it didn't dump. You slide out the back in the middle of the night. Yeah, Marty, when I was packing, getting ready to go, what was that guy's name? Paul. He came over and wanted to know if I was going to leave anything. Oh my God. Well, that's too bad. He seemed pretty healthy, but I guess you never know, right? If I still had that trailer, Steve, I would be. I need to get a couple of water totes in here for the winter. Yeah, that's right. You never know. I wasn't thinking too far ahead, Steve. And then again, I wasn't planning on being here all winter. Yeah, same trailer. Added a few things. Got a window AC in there now, and another refrigerator and some other stuff. It's kind of heavy now, so and it's not too heavy for the truck, but I need shocks on the back still. So, but I'm not planning on going anywhere. I'll be here all winter. Yeah, Marty put that stove in for me. Didn't have a stove when I got it, and we were going somewhere, and we were checking one of the dumpsters out, and saw the stove laying there, just a burner, top burner part, no oven. So we grabbed it and then took it back to the trailer, and Marty put it in for me. So at least I've got a stove now, which I very seldom use. And while I was still and of course, the water heater didn't work on the trailer. So I bought a thermocouple and a new gas valve, and now it works. You know, I got to get a hot shower now and then. Ryan brings over water every other week or so, every third week. So what I'm going to do is pump it into the onboard tank so that it doesn't freeze. Marty, all that work we did to get the recliner in here it has become the catch-all now. So I'm going to get rid of it and put some shelves in. Yeah, yeah, you can certainly get attached to them, don't you, Steve? That's too bad I miss Billy. I sure do. Yeah, that's all right. It's news. It's all news, good or bad, whatever. I keep thinking, oh, I gotta get another kitty, and then I get to thinking about it. It's, if I could get an older cat that doesn't get the zoomies and all that stuff anymore, it'd be all right. But you know, I'm out here in the middle of nowhere, and there's critters all over the place, so they'd have to stay inside. It's rather too small to be in the, barely enough room for just me, and I don't need a cat running back and forth. One of the things that I don't like about this area is that uh, most people that are living out in the desert part, in the high desert part, don't work. They're retired or they're independently wealthy, And so they're always looking to make money, which is fine. But when I asked about if I could put a small fence up around the trailer and around the parking space and that, they wanted like $8,000. No, not going to do that. Okay. Well, that's all right. Just do it when you can. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I was busy packing and I was in a hurry and just, hit me the wrong way. He never come over until he saw I was leaving and he wanted to know if I was going to leave him anything. And just hit me the wrong way. I didn't ask. But I did leave 2 expired propane tanks. I said, tell him he can have them. He wants them. Can get a, uh, what do they call it? No, I'm still in the mountains. Oh, Steve, I'm still up in the mountains. I'm going to stay here. I'm not going anywhere now. And it's supposed to it's going to be a cold winter, but it's supposed to be dry, which is all right. Not much snow. They didn't get a lot of snow last year either. So, global changes, you know. Yeah, Solo, north of Solo. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And my grandson didn't get his food stamps. So he's upset about that. He's supposed to at least got a partial, but that didn't happen. So I don't know. Told him get a job. Danielle. Yeah, he's in his late 20s. He should be out there working. I'm surprised you guys made it in. I hadn't done anything for so long. Yeah, yeah. Brian's got Starlink, and then he's got a tower probably about 25 or 30 yards away from the trailer that's pointed right at the trailer. So I've got good signal. Yeah, finally got rid of Nomad Internet. I used to swear by them. That I guess they got bought out by another company, and things just went to hell after that. So yep, gotta make another ciggy right back. I don't know why I don't just make several at a time. I need the exercise. That's what I need. So I got some celery growing and some green onions. They're cool weather plants, so they can handle 32 degrees. A little, not like every night, but they can handle it. So I'm hoping I can get them harvested before we get a deep freeze. Other than that, I mean, it's just something to do. I thought about getting a smaller tent, not like I had before, but a smaller tent to grow plants in it with grow light and little heat. But then I have such bad luck, with the UV being so high up here, so it just destroys them in no time flat. And I am no carpenter. Yeah, exactly, Steve. Well, there was a bunch of stuff that was going on with him. I'm not even going to try to repeat it because it's just too much. Finally, I just said, you know, put it where the sun don't shine. I'm done. And they wanted their modem back. Nope, that's mine. I bought it. So what have you been up to, Daniel? I know. I didn't know they piled it that high. Ha 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 ha. Now that's a good thing. See, I don't know why you didn't get uh, that one I told you to go to. I mean, you fit the criteria to get the free phone. I don't know what happened with that. Yeah, yeah. I stay in trouble to keep from getting in trouble. I tried again, Steve. Well, I think you'll probably have to sign up for the Walmart uh, internet service. I can't remember what they call it. Straight Talk. And then you go to Straight Talk's website, and then you can sign up for the free phone and text. I mean, yeah, back on the courtside thing, Daniel. When I first started going there, it was fun. You know, seeing all those people and all that stuff going on all the time, and then in the last 2 years of it, I just got to where it's just not worth it. Yeah, yeah, I understand that. I signed up for garbage service here a week ago, I guess, and the man that I was talking to, the salesman, said, "You related to Miss Perry up the road there?" I said, "I hope not." He thought that was pretty funny, and I wasn't. So really, well, that's too bad. Okay, Marty, good to see you. Good to talk to you. I always say, "Oh, I'm going to try to do these, once a week, make all these promises, and then when the day comes, I either forget or don't want to." So I'll see you the next time. How's that? Is that better? Yeah, you should have got a free phone. See that? Yeah, I did. I got a free phone, and the chip was already in it. All I had to do was call them, and then they set it up. Unless you wanted to keep your phone, maybe that was it. Yeah, Dan, what's that old saying? Fish and relatives stink after 3 days. Coffee shop is good. Got someplace to hang out. You don't have to work. Tell them you want a third of the profit. That'll change their mind real quick. Try them again, Steve. I mean, if you insist on keeping your phone, then yeah, you'll probably have to buy the chip. They're not very expensive, but if you ain't got money, you ain't got money. Period. Yeah, yeah, I understand, Daniel. But Tombstone's a good tourist spot. Anyway, tourists should be picking up, next month or so down that way. Yeah, cricket's been around a long time. They don't have a lot of range, but they've been around a long time. They're pretty reliable. I used to have cricket myself, but back then the range wasn't very good. Get a little bit out of town, and it wouldn't work. Now, Daniel, I don't know about Tombstone much. I haven't been down that way for quite a while, so I don't know what the clientele would be down there. I was just thinking that wintertime have more tourists down there. Oh well, that was a good thing. That was a good trailer. It really was. Um, I don't remember what I told you that I paid for it, but uh, I was surprised myself. A realtor guy had it, and he used it once or twice, and decided he didn't want to have it sitting around anymore, so he sold it. Really? Wow. Tombstone native. Yeah, Show is a nice little town. It really is. Well, it's not so little anymore, but it's still mostly got the little town attitude. And you ask somebody, well, when is it supposed to be here? And the answer is always the same. When it gets there, it'll be there when it gets there. That's the way it is on the mountain. And most people treat you like friends, complete strangers. Oh yeah, that was one of my favorites. I watch that every now and then. I got it on the what was the name of it? I can't think of it now. Some YouTube movie thing. Well, you certainly got out of Tombstone, then, didn't you? Wasn't there a saloon down there, Daniel, that was called Silver Dollar? Silver Dollar Saloon had silver dollars all laminated on the bar top. If that's the place I'm thinking of, the joke was you walk in uh, side by side and you walk out back to back. But it's getting pretty hard to find a Arizona native now. People are moving here in droves. Getting out of California, I would expect. Oh, okay. Well, wrong place then. But yeah, that was a joke. Side by side going in and back to back going out. We used to go down to Nogales uh, every other weekend or so and just hang out, go sit in the bar, drink some beer, cerveza. It was kind of fun. You been Silver City? Is that what you meant? Or Virginia City, I mean. Oh, okay. There used to be a place in, what was the name of that little town south of Yuma, just across the border. Anyway, I would go down there for dental work because it was cheaper. and there was a bar, not on the main road, but off the beaten track. You go in there and sit, and if you don't cause any trouble, and all that stuff, they invite you to go out on the patio, and it's just a door, just a little door that you go out, and it opens up into a big patio with tables and chairs. They serve food out there, and it was a really cool place. Jose Cuervo, he was a friend of mine. Down there drinking them tequila top or poppers. And it was funny too, because you see a pickup with 16 cups hanging all over it. They're all going somewhere. Hanging onto the top and hanging onto the hood and standing on the bumper. A little bit like uh, the cops, the Laurel and Hardy. I was into those cops. See, there's a band I want you to go check out. Yeah, Keystone Cops. That's who they were. Sunshine. No, not Sunshine. I'll have to get it. I don't have it on this computer. Anyway, yeah, I'll see if I can get it and send it to you. Let me try to do it without disconnecting. I'll copy the URL. Yeah, got it. Oh, they have a few. They didn't last very long. I don't understand why, because they had a really unique sound. But that link I just sent you is one of the better oldies as far as I'm concerned. Hey, there you are. I was wondering if you were going to see it. Good to see you, bud. Great. Great minds think alike, right? Never know the things that guys. Yeah. That woman's got some lungs on her. Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't do very well. But so I guess when the market's flooded, it's hard to break in. They don't have too many songs on their homepage either. But that particular one, I listened to it, 2 or 3 times before, and I let it go a day or two and then go back. Now there's the natives. That's their natives, then. Yeah, me too. But yeah, how did people live back then? And I guess if you live in the desert in Arizona, air conditioning wasn't very popular. Um, I've been told that they would put wet towels in the windows and then turn the fan on so it would blow the moist air into their houses or rooms or whatever. I had the Western Hill. I worked there for just a little while. And that was one of the oldest buildings in Phoenix. It used to be a hotel, but they had what they call a ton rack air conditioner. And then you could hear that thing running for blocks away. It was so loud. And they had to have a full time guy sitting there with it because when it was shut down, it would dump all the freon. And you had to hurry up and set a big valve on it until it restarted. Then he would open that valve up to get the refrigerant back in the system again. They didn't have, nothing was automatic. You'd fill up the room with refrigerant and put everybody's cigarette out. And then they had the boiler was also in the basement of the hotel, and it was all manually fed. And the guy had to sit there and keep water in the system to pump the water, heated water. I think it was like 10 or 15 stories. I don't remember now, but they had to keep the water at a certain level. Somebody came up with, hey, let's put a float on there, and they put water in till it's full and then shut off. The invention of the century, a float. You guys hear music or something? Most people hear voices, but I hear music. Yeah, yeah, I watched all that they posted. And there's another group. I know you know who I'm talking about. Foxes and older guys. They did a better job than this group, as far as I'm concerned, anyway. Yeah, that's true, Daniel. 2 foot thick walls, all built out of mud and straw and that kind of stuff. There's a guy in Tucson that built something like that. It was in the mountains. I just barely remember it, but he said it'll stay, around 70 degrees all year. Only count yourself. What you know, bud? Yeah, I escaped out of courtside. Nothing but aliens down there. Like I was saying earlier, the introvert kicked in. No, I'm not ever going back down there. I decided I'm not going to go back down there anymore. Uh, I'm going to stay in the mountains. I've got a place it's on an acre. It doesn't belong to me. I paid my friend Ryan a few $100 a month, so I'm just going to stay here. I don't know what they're charging. Nobody knows. Nobody knew anything about it. And foxes and fossils, that's the one. You had a crush on that girl singer. I remember that. One with the long blonde hair. Yeah, yeah, they are. Just so y'all know, Steve and I, homeless nomad, had about the same background. He's a musician, and I was a sound engineer, so we ended up talking about songs a lot. It's funny to think that what I can remember and what I forget. I remember everyone's name, and now I can't remember yours for some reason. I apologize for that. If you'll just type it, Nothing personal. I just some things I remember and some things I don't. I know who you are. I know that. I remember you bringing sandwiches over every now and then. Yes, he was. Did CTAP leave? No. Well, if he's gone, I guess that's the nature of these live streams. In and out. See, that song that I reversed, boy, I can't find it anymore. If you still have it, send it to me. He stopped loving her today. Homeless, homeless nomad Steve. Not Steve, that's right. Yeah, the views have dropped down to 3. So I guess he's gone. See, that's right. You still in there? There's music playing and I can't figure out where it's coming from. Well, that's going to get me in trouble. I unplugged the other computer. It can't become from this. I can't figure it out, guys. Well, I'm going to shut down, I guess, before I get flagged. If I can find it, I'll be back up. I got nothing else to do today, so I'll be back up. Is that you? Is that you, Daniel, that's got music going? Picking up something. Yeah, if I can find the source of the music, I'll get it cut off and then come back on, guys. But if it's playing music, that can get me in some trouble. So, especially if you guys can hear it. I'll be back as soon as I find it.